market is slow, rates are killing us, buyers are hesitant. All of it's true to a point. But the same market that is impossible for one agent is a record year for another, like our team. The difference is, it's not the conditions, it's the skill set of the agent. Today we're going to cover all the things you need to do to crush it in the current market. Hey, it's Mark here with the Hiller Group, brokered by eXp Realty. My team and I got you covered here on the beautiful Florida Panhandle from Pensacola all the way through Panama City Beach, where our team has helped over 1,650 families and sold over $500 million in real estate in the past 12 years alone. When listings sit and sit, most agents say the market is just weird. The majority of the time, the house is just overpriced. Real pricing skill looks like this: knowing how to interpret data and not just read the averages, understanding buyer psychology at different price bands, being the truth teller, and being able to walk a seller through the reality even when they do not like it. If your listing presentations are basically, here's what Zillow says and here's your range, you are not a strategist. You're a messenger and offer zero value. Negotiation is more than sending the offer. In choppy markets, deals die in the middle. I've seen it all year long. Skill matters right now. Framing expectation before offers are written is crucial in order to get both parties to the closing table. Communicating clearly with the other side, not hiding behind email or texting. Finding creative solutions to inspections, appraisals, and timing the problems. Like, it has never been more important in order to get to a deal to the closing table. If your approach to negotiation is, gosh, I hope they say yes, then yeah, the market does feel brutal. You're right. Look, clients are bombarded with the headlines, social opinions, and horror stories of people losing in this market. If your communication is jargony, inconsistent, or reactive, you are adding to their anxiety, not assisting removing it. Stronger communication with your client is necessary in this market. Explaining complex stuff in simple language, right? Something a fifth grader could understand. That is easy and comprehensible. Proactively updating clients so they're not constantly chasing you. If a client has to call you for an update, think about this. That's not a good experience. Remember the time you've bought something or you've been waiting for somebody to call you back and you had to call them, you weren't happy. Look at it as not doing your job. You need to be honest. If you don't know the answer, then be honest. Tell them you're going to get the answer and get back to them. Do what you say you're going to do with integrity. This is going to take you further than you could ever possibly imagine. People do not expect perfection, they expect leadership. That is a skill, not a personality trait. If your business is slow, you need to ask yourself some real deep questions. How many people did I talk to this week? How many listing or buyer consultations did I do this week? How many offers or on listings did I put out this week? If those numbers are low, the problem is not the market, it is your activity or your skill level, or a combination of both. The good news, you can fix it. You can't fix interest rates or buyer motivation, but you can fix your skill set. Get better skills sounds nice, but most agents stop right there and go back to scrolling. You need a real plan. Think of yourself as an athlete. You don't just play games, you do drills daily if you want to get better. Think about all of the practice a professional football team does during the week just to play for a couple hours on the weekend. Practical ways to train for your real estate business include recording yourself, giving a mock listing presentation, then watch it back and cringe your way to improvement. Practice with a family member, a teammate, or your friends on a weekly basis. You have to practice to get better. Role play pricing and tough conversations with another agent 3 to 4 times a week. Write out your responses for common objections, then refine them until they sound like you, not a robot. If you feel awkward doing this, good. You're supposed to. That is your ego pushing back, and that's where growth lives. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by everything, break your skills into clear lanes and rate yourself brutally. For example, lead generation. How many people do you actually talk to? How many conversations turn into appointments? How strong are you at a buyer consult and your listing presentation? How often do you actually win competitive negotiations? How smooth are your transactions and your contract to close process? Pick 1 or 2 buckets and focus there for 30, 60, 90 days. You cannot rebuild your entire business in a week, but you can move the needle in one portion of it as you go along. Remember, you can use your real life deals as your training material. Every deal you lose is a free masterclass if you're not too defensive to study it. You need to ask yourself some truths. Why did I lose that listing or buyer? Where did I lose control of the process? What did the other agent do that I didn't do? What did the client need to hear from me that I never actually said? Ask the client for feedback. This is not about beating yourself up, it's about being better the next time. It's about refusing to waste the lesson. Top agents know their losses better than most agents know their wins. Stop consuming just motivational content. Motivational content is fun. It can get you out of bed, but if your feed is only hype and quotes, you will feel fired up and still had mid to low level skills. Trade motivation time for long-form trainings on pricing, negotiation, and listing strategies. Deep dives into your specific market data every week. Reading real book on sales, psychology, and communication, not just trends. Learn the DISC assessment to better serve your clients. Hype without skill is how you end up yelling, "This is my year" in January and burn out by March. Build a weekly skill routine to help you stay on track. Make it boring and repeatable. Spend 1 hour a week studying your local stats and market. 2 or 3 role play sessions a week with another hungry agent. 1 recorded presentation for buyer or sellers a week. 1 debrief session where you review a current or recent file and ask, how could I have handled this better? This is not glamorous, but if you stack 52 weeks of that, you will not recognize your business a year from now. Blaming the market lets you feel better short term because it takes the responsibility off of your shoulders. Fixing your skills pays you long term because it puts the power back in your hands. The market will always change. The question is whether your skills evolve with it or whether you sit on the sidelines complaining while someone else eats your lunch. Hope you found this video helpful. Hit the like and subscribe button down below, and we'll see you on the next one.